Hello and welcome back. I'm Dom Alonso and in today's video I will show you how to create your own repaints for TramSim. To do that, first thing is open your installation folder. So where you install TramSim. Easiest way to do that, go to your Steam library, right click on TramSim, properties, local files, browse. Now click on the TramSim Vienna folder, repaints, and now here we have the two trams that are available right now. There will be more in the future. As you know, Wolf is already announced and there will be a third folder here. I want to do a reprint for the Flexity, so I will open the Flexity folder and I'm going to create here a folder. You can name it however you want. Just going to call it tutorial repaint. I go up a folder and now we'll open here the template folder, Flexity, and I'm going to copy everything inside this folder. Now we'll go back to the folder I just created and I will paste everything inside here. Now, as you see, we have different type of uh, files. We have PSD files. These are the files we will use to create our repaint. And then we have three output files, which are base color files, metallic files, and roughness files. Base color is basically what you see on the tram. For the other tools, the easiest way to explain that, I will go back to here the repaints folder. Here is a manual. If we open it, we go to the second page, and here you have an explanation of what they actually do. So the roughness file, if it's white, it will be matte in-game. If it's black, it will be glossy in-game. With the metallic file, if it is white, it will be metal on, and black stands for metal off. For the roughness file, this can be a grayscale, so it doesn't have to be black or white, it can be something in between. The metallic one can only be white or black. Yeah, that's everything you need to know about these files. So I'm going now back to my repaint folder. And so here you also have different segments, cap A, B, C, D, and E. And what those letters stand for are for the different segments of the tram. So here you see the Flexity tram, and cap A stands here for the first segment of the tram. As you can see, if I make it bigger, we have here the front, we have here the right hand side with the door, and we have the left hand side, which is, yeah, the other side we can't see. And then we have cap B, which is basically the second segment with the two doors, and the left hand side, and so on for all five um, segments of the tram. And here, cap A, the last one, we see the rear is also here. Okay, so now to create our repaint, we open those PSD template files. If you have Photoshop, you can do that with Photoshop. If you don't have Photoshop, you can also use Gimp, which is for free. And now you can see we have here a wireframe. These are pretty useful as you can see where certain things are in the game. So here is something I think for, yeah, I don't know what that actually is for, but you see here is something. So if you put something on it, you maybe can't read it that well because, yeah, apparently there is something there. I don't know what it actually is. I think the drive train, whatever. Um, Make sure you disable that before exporting, otherwise you will see that in game and you really don't want that. Here you have all the other layers. You also have the metallic and the roughness folder if you want to modify it. And now here you can paint on it and do whatever you like. I'm just going to add a logo, not going into too much detail about how to use Gimp. There are plenty tutorials available, and this is just to show you not going to show you the really the Gimp part, but more the TramSim specific stuff. I'm just going to do it this way, just add a logo on each side. That's fine. Now I'm going to export it and I will save it as the cap A base color since I'm have the cap A template. Oh, one thing I forgot, disable the wireframe, very important. Now do it again, cap A base color, and just export it and overwrite that file. I don't need that file anymore. Now you can see that I added that logo there. You will have to do the same for cap B, C, D, and A until you have your repaint how you wanted it. If you want to modify the metallic and roughness file, you can also do that. I will just leave it as it is. The metallic is black, while the roughness is in gray. So these are obviously the windows. Yeah, you can also do that by using that other layers over there. Now we have everything done. Yeah, the repaint is finished, and now we have to map it in game, because if you would use it now, you wouldn't see it in the game. For that, we'll start TramSim. Okay, so now we are in the game. We go to the vehicles tab, and then we select the tram we just made the repaint for. I made it for the Flexity. We'll click on repaints, and now we have to map a repaint to a certain tram. For that, we click here on add new one, and then we select the number. Here you can select whatever number you like. I'm just going to select 310, and I'm going to now select the folder of the repaint we just did. That's the tutorial repaint. Going to save the change. And now when you create a new game, you have here in vehicle number, you have to select that repaint. So far it only changed that number here. Now it actually also takes the repaint we just created. I'm going to start the game. And now that we are in the game, I'm going to take the exterior camera, and this is the result. As you can see, we have the logo now here. In between that were also that what I said before, those things I didn't know what they were for. Here they are. And here's the other logo. And yeah, that's basically how you create a tram. And as you can see here also the reflections, this depends on this roughness and the materials files. And yeah, so this is how you do repaints. If you have any questions, just let me know in the comments, and then we will see us next time.